So here is another alkaline video I'm going to do. This time I decided to include coffee and wine. So we have Arrowhead, Fiji, and alkaline water, Dasani, Aquafina, cold brew coffee, white wine, and Sprite. So I've already dipped the pH strips in. I will post the pH colors before this video. And basically green is neutral, pH 7. Blue, the darker green and blues are more alkaline. And anything below pH 7 is acidic, which is more of the yellows and the light greens. Yellow being most acidic. So I will post one of those pictures so you can see what color is what pH. So let's start with the alkaline water, which is a greenish blue. Arrowhead, also greenish blue. Same thing with Fiji. They're very close in color. Now this is very interesting because this is an water advertised as alkaline, and it is actually not. It's like a light green. And then Dasani and Aquafina, both acidic. Usually, if water's not spring, it is either goes through reverse osmosis or distillation, which makes the water acidic. Coffee, very light yellow. Wine, and Sprite. Okay, so, and just to say, you know, even though Arrowhead and Fiji are alkaline, I still don't like it because of the plastic water bottles. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the alkaline water, let's see if you can see this, and I'm going to pour a little bit into each cup like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to each cup, and then I'm going to retest, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so I am back, and you can see that I filled up pretty much every cup with the same amount of alkaline water. So starting with the alkaline water, of course it stayed the same. And then Arrowhead and Fiji, we're looking at the pH strip on the right. So all three of those, the alkaline water and the Arrowhead and Fiji, were pretty much the same anyway, so they stayed the same. But look at how just putting a little bit of the alkaline water in the supposedly alkaline water, but it wasn't, changed it to alkaline. Looking at the pH strip on the right, and the one before that was really light green, it was acidic. Same thing for the Dasani and the Aquafina. They both turn alkaline just with a little bit amount. So here's an example where you can add alkaline drops into these waters. And again, they're acidic usually through the process of distillation and reverse osmosis, which gets rid of all the alkaline minerals. But you can add that in and make it alkaline. But then moving over to the coffee, you can see it didn't get as alkaline. It's the first time it was more of a yellowish green, and then it's a light green, so that's still acidic. And then the wine did not change at all, and either did the Sprite. So here's an example of some beverages that are more acidic and how you would have to drink a lot of alkaline water just to balance out your system again after drinking these beverages. And what I'm going to do, and then we'll return back to the video, is I'm going to take a little bit of the wine, the Sprite, and the coffee and drop them into some of the alkaline waters and see if those change with just a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, so starting with the first cup, I switched that one out. That was still the alkaline water, but it had way more alkaline water than all the other cups. So I filled it up with the same amount, and then I just did a little bit of a swig of the coffee into there. And you can see on the third pH strip all the way to the right, it's already turned light green. And then for the Arrowhead, I poured a little swig of wine, and you can see it turned yellow. And look at the amount. You know, I didn't put that much in at all. I just kind of took the bottle and just went like, if you can see my hand, I just went like that and then came back up. So, and then the Sprite I put in the Fiji and that turned it yellow all the way to the right, so very acidic. So that's just an example of just having just even like a sip of these drinks is going to throw your pH off in your body. And the thing is that you could eat an amazing alkaline meal with a fresh salad and all these greens, sauteed vegetables, and then you're gonna drink a glass of wine and look what it's gonna do to your body, that yellow, all the way to the right. So you're really canceling everything out. Same thing, you could have a green smoothie in the morning and then have, you know, a coffee, and again, throw off the pH in your body. So this is just examples of some drinks that are more acidic and what they do on the body. And let me say quickly, you know, even though Arrowhead and Fiji are alkaline, slightly alkaline, they're still in plastic water bottles, so they're still not my ideal choice. I would really recommend you get a filter for your sink, and that way you'll also save money in the long run because you can fill up your glass water bottles. You don't have to keep buying water. So I'll put a link where you can get there's many different choices and levels of filters. And I will also put some replacement drinks for some of these drinks. So something to think about. And I'm just going to mention that why it's important to have our pH balance. Our blood is slightly pH 7.36, slightly alkaline, and our body has to work very hard to maintain this pH level. If the body was going to go slightly above or below that, it would result in sickness and even death. So your body's working so hard to keep this pH. If you're not giving your body the alkaline minerals it needs, then it's going to have to start leaching it from your bones and your tissue. And then maybe you are giving your body the alkaline minerals it needs, but then you're drinking wine and coffee and sodas, and that's stripping your body of the minerals, and then your body's going to go ahead and use your minerals from your reserves in your bones and tissues, and this leads to chronic disease. So it's something to think about, and hope this was helpful.